Welcome to the Back to Life podcast, where we explore living well, loving well, and being well. I'm your host, Nicole, and I invite you to tune in for inspirational conversations to get you back to life. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Back to Life podcast with Nicole. I am Nicole Green, your host, and I am here with my wonderful friend Kelly for our final episode of our Art of Friendship series. Can you believe it, Kelly? We've made it to the end and we're here to wrap up.
Nope, I can't. I cannot. So hi, Nicole. Hello to all of our listeners. It's been an amazing journey and it's been such fun actually exploring friendships and the art of friendshipping as well.
Oh, absolutely. Today we're going to wrap up everything that we've discussed about friendships over these past weeks. Thank you to everyone who's listened to our series. We really appreciate you kind of navigating this friendship series with us. And we've talked from understanding what makes a healthy friendship to navigating challenges and celebrating the joys. And it's been quite a ride.
Yeah, it really has. So we've covered so much ground, gratitude and consistency in friendships and recognizing red flags and green flags. And it's been a real eye-opening experience to explore these topics with you, let alone all of the listeners.
Oh, definitely. And I think one of the most important takeaways has been the significance of surrounding ourselves with supportive and uplifting friends. I know for me, going through this series, it has really been good because it's given me a good evaluation of, the people that I surround myself with. And I know that some of the feedback that, that I get from other people before we started this was kind of like, I never thought about that. Which is why this series was born, And so how has this conversation been impactful for you?
Oh, I completely agree. It's been a similar experience, and it's really actually helped me to kind of refocus on the friendships that I currently have. Because like you were saying, there's been a lot of friends that have reached out, and the reminders of how important those friendships are to maintain and to focus on again has been big.
For sure.
And it really helped me to appreciate those true genuine connections and the value that they bring into my life. And then the revisiting of what makes healthy friendships has helped me nurture those relationships even more.
Yeah.
And the whole revisiting topics of red flags and green flags in friendships, because it's not just red flags and green flags with your partner, your romantic partner, your romantic relationship. Like it's really like, okay, now I can serve my best interests with those green flag friendships. Oh,
for sure. And I'm glad that this is impacting us as well as our listeners in a positive way. This is not about like, you stay away from me and you stay away from me and no, you can come here. No, it's not even about that. One of the things that we did talk about was that friendships are relationships.
Yeah, they are.
And so I think for me, it's been about realizing friendships are dynamic.
Yes.
They evolve over time, and it's okay for friendships to change or even come to a natural end if they're no longer fulfilling. I think that is a hard kind of pill to swallow for a lot of people. It's like, no one wants to end a friendship. But we don't realize, a friendship breakup can be devastating.
Yeah. Well, and it's the next step, even from the friendship breakup, is really seeing and understanding where certain friends actually fit into your life, right? Like, it's the realization that maybe this friend isn't the long-term best friend that I always thought they were, and I treated them as, oh no, these are actually my situational friends.
Oh yeah, season, reason, and a lifetime.
Right.
Yeah.
And if your current friendships aren't actually helping you with that growth mindset, there's no mutual respect, there's no sharing of life's joys, on top of the challenges that we all face together, then maybe we need to continue reevaluating those relationships so we can ensure that we're showing up in our best light and our best way.
Yeah.
And they're helping us achieve the goals that we want. And I think really the biggest takeaway from everything that we've talked about through this entire series, right, is the importance of communication.
Communicate,
Shocking.
people.
The importance of empathy.
Yeah.
Not sympathy, empathy.
Yeah.
And then also ensuring your favorite word,
self-care.
Yes. Because self-care really affects us individually, not only through our day-to-day mental health, our relationships with our family, our relationships with our romantic partner, but our friendships severely as well.
Wow. Self-care saves lives.
Yes.
That is for sure. And so as we wrap up this series, I want to invite our listeners to take a moment to reflect on their own friendships. I know each episode we've had a reflection and different things, but sometimes it may seem like, wow, this is a lot of work for a friendship or for, a relationship.
Yeah.
But it is important to really, kind of consider, it's like, who are you hanging around with? Who is influencing you? Who are you influencing? Is this healthy? Is this good? Is this moving you forward, or is it keeping you in a cycle? Does this, because people are wonderful in the sense of we are such complex human beings, but not everyone will mesh.
Yes.
Not everyone will be rooting for you. And not everyone will be there along for the whole ride of your life, so to speak. And these are not necessarily good or bad things. They just are. It's just life.
Fact.
It's fact. It's life. And so as we reflect on, the friendships, it's like, what have you learned about yourself and your relationships? Self-awareness is key, because it's like, how do other people experience you? Because, and it's not about like, trying to please another person.
Right.
It's important to recognize how you are showing up in the world, and is this the person that you want to be? And so what have you learned about yourself? And then what have you learned about these friendships? Are there any changes, that you want to make, or actions you want to take moving forward? Think about it. You can't change another person. You can only change yourself, what you say, what you do, how you intend, how you show up, those type of things.
Boundaries.
You think?
Yeah.
And that's what you're responsible for what you do, and it's good to reflect on that, because you can then make changes for good and invite those wonderful, healthy relationships where you can laugh and what did we say throughout this? Your weirdness is welcome here.
Yes.
Of
Rain,
course.
sunshine.
All of it. All of it.
Well, and I think that's a fantastic reflection. And one of the biggest things that you said was, some people might think that this is a lot of work. No kidding. But like,
it's a relationship.
But being a human is a lot of work. And really, I feel like that reflection holds the weight of, if you're willing to put forth the effort into those kinds of friendships that are helping you become the best version of you, that also means you're willing to put forth that effort into yourself and becoming a better individual.
Absolutely.
And you're also willing to be a better professional, a better partner, a better, all these other things.
And it spreads.
It does, like wildfire, right?
Yeah, it's a ripple effect.
Yes. I mean, the old adage, well, it shouldn't be a lot of work, it shouldn't be hard. Well, that's also not true.
Yeah, that's true to a certain extent.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you feel like it's a lot of work every time you're with a certain person, then maybe that person and that relationship needs to be adjusted.
Yes, that person cannot hold the same role in your life.
Yes.
Yes.
And in all reality, whether it's expressing gratitude to a friend or setting boundaries in a challenging relationship or reaching out to reconnect with someone, those small steps can impact us in such a big way. most of the time we don't understand how big that can impact us.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And to our listeners, remember that friendships are essential part of living well, loving well, and being well. It's going to be really important, to kind of just be mindful. Be mindful of the people who lift you up, and support you and bring joy into your life, because they're a gift. And no, it's not always all about you,
No.
but
And it's not always sunshine and rainbows.
it's
and not always easy.
No, but those people that you have in your life, cherish them, because they are a gift, and you are a gift to someone else as well, or let's hope we are. Let's hope we are. And it's going to be, like I said, the friendships are always evolving, and just knowing how to go with the flow of that is going to be key to riding that, that wave.
Yes.
And, it's okay.
All of that just reminds me of something I saw like yesterday.
What?
It was this guy, and he like got his wife a chocolate croissant. And she said, "Why are you doing that?" And he was like, "Because you're in a really negative spot, and you're not going to buy yourself these things." She goes like, "Oh, you're manipulating me." And he was like, "No, I'm loving you because you're not loving yourself."
Ooh.
And it's that those friendships, I'm supporting you because you're not willing to support yourself. I'm listening to you because you're not willing to listen to yourself. I'm appreciating you because you're not wanting to appreciate yourself.
You know what? And one of the things, and I think we've talked about it, but there are those friendships where it's kind of like you're down in the mud. There are some people who will sit in the mud and just slosh it around with you. And then there are some people that are like, okay, we're done. Come on, let's go get washed up.
Yeah.
And both of those friendships serve a purpose.
Yes.
But there's a time to slosh, and then there's a time to get up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do something else.
So nice little segue. But
yes.
I want to say thank you all for joining us on this journey through friendshipping and the art of friendships. And all of you guys, your support and your engagement mean the world to us.
Oh, yeah.
Legitimately. And Nicole, it's been an absolute pleasure co-hosting this series with you.
Thank you so much for agreeing to co-host. Will you come back and co-host again?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Easily.
Cool. It's been so fantastic having these conversations, with you, and this subject. It's so rich, and
we could have easily 20 more.
I know. So we gotta think about another maybe segue, that like another separate chapter specific to friendships or something like that. That would be great. So
many ideas.
I'm so grateful to you, Kelly, for co-hosting, and grateful to you, listeners. Stay tuned for more episodes and exciting topics ahead. We have a new series coming up in which I will invite another TheraFriend to join us in talking about the emotional impact of our behaviors. So that should be a fun ride as well. So thank you again, Kelly, and thank you to you guys. Have a great, great friendship life.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Please subscribe, rate, and leave a review. We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories about this series that we're talking about. You can follow us online at our website or on socials, and information about that is in the show notes. Be well.